High school football fans, welcome back to Friday night, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome to Newcastle High School, Hoffman Field, and the Mount Vernon Marauder football game, taking on the Newcastle Trojans. Tonight's game is brought to you by Morales Group, building better futures, one story at a time. Bertner Electric, your licensed and experienced electrician serving Central Indiana. IUPUI Sports Management, a lifetime of sports with a winning degree. And Piper Logistics, 3 services, 1 solution. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown farm equipment dealer, and nothing runs like a deer. Good evening, everybody. I'm Bill Ludlow, along with my colleague, Daniel Morales. And we've got another good ball game for the Mount Vernon Marauders, Daniel. The Newcastle Trojans on their home field, and we've been here before, and we know how tough they can get sometimes here at Newcastle. Even though they're 2-4, you never know.
Yeah, Newcastle always has that different level when they're playing at home. They have the fans, they have the crowd. Newcastle is a big but small town, and they love their Friday night football, so we are in for a good one tonight.
And like I said, Newcastle coming in with a record of 2-4, Mount Vernon coming in with a record of 5-1. We talked before we went on the air that this is going into week 6 now, and the last 5 weeks for the Marauders in the second half, running clock. Your thoughts on tonight's game?
Well, we always hope it's a good game. We like a close one. We like a barn burner or a shootout, but we also like when Mount Vernon puts the pedal to the metal and it goes to a running clock. I think the odds are pretty favorable in Mount Vernon's to go for the 6th straight week, but you never know. Newcastle always surprises you each week what they're going to bring. Are they going to make it a close game? Are they going to have a chance to win in the end? Or is it going to be a blowout? You don't know where it's going to go until that first snap on the offensive series.
You know, earlier this week I talked with the head coach at Newcastle, Kyle York, and, he said that, this is we're in a new area now with the contact tracing situation and the COVID that hit us a year ago. And, you just never know. And for a football coach to try to get your regulars every week, it's hard because you don't know who's going to not be there on account of the situation.
Yeah, we've seen that on Mount Vernon's side as well. They've struggled that, but with Newcastle and having the quarterback that they've had this year with Eli Cooper, and then having some type of contact tracing, and it affects everything. We look at, Cooper's stats this year have just been amazing for, throwing the ball 119 times and completing 67 of them, but he's at 1,030 yards with 14 TDs. That's awesome. However, he's your team leader, but when you have contact tracing, then who steps up?
Right.
Then we have to have Tyson Lewis come in to the game and take the reins at quarterback to come up against a tough Mount Vernon defense that's been playing very well these last few weeks.
You look at Eli Cooper. He is 6 foot, 158 pounds, and he's a senior. And for a senior, you're going to think, well, I'm going to go in, I'm going to have a good year. And then all of this the outside caving in on him, and it's like, this is not the way I want to hand my senior year to end up.
Yeah, as a senior, it's your big year. It's your last year. I knew it when I played sports, high school sports, what it meant to play the full season. We're in unprecedented times here with COVID and things, and we never know what's going to happen. And they have just been doing, a great job. But when you lose a guy like that, it's tough.
But the guy that's stepping in it for him, though, Daniel, is number 3, Tyson Lewis. Through 3 games, 22-46, 278 yards, 47% completion average, 12.6, 92 yards per game. He's throwing 4 TDs and only 1 interception.
And it's a tough task. You're coming off Cooper, who's thrown the ball for 1,000 yards. This is a team that throws the ball heavy with 165 attempts. And now with, and they have a great receiver in Kyle Gabbard, who has 575 yards. Those are great numbers in high school football. That's not something that's small. So they do throw the ball a lot, and they don't run as much. And so it's going to be a different battle tonight against Mount Vernon.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll delve into a little bit into the Mount Vernon Marauders. You're watching Indiana Sports Radio Network.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a deer. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Welcome back to Hoffman Field, and this is on the campus of Newcastle High School, and just out, away from us a little bit, we've got the Hall of Fame. And we're just a month away from starting high school basketball, Daniel.
Yeah, favorite time of the year. I had the pleasure of playing in the Hall of Fame Classic that goes each year. Actually had the honor of winning it my senior year for Mount Vernon. So it's fun coming out to Newcastle, and obviously the world's largest high school basketball gym as well. So they love their basketball out here, but don't get me wrong, they also love their football.
You look at the Newcastle Trojans, Kyle York's in his 5th year, 22-27. They are 149th overall in 4A, 33 in 4A. Their last outing, they lost to Delta 48-12. In this series, though, Mount Vernon owns this series 9-1.
Yeah, most definitely.
We'll take a break. We'll be back. IndianaSRN.
Hey folks, good to be with you for tonight's game. My name is Andy Simpson, and I'm a licensed IHSAA football official, and welcome to Friday Night Football, powered by IndianaSRN. On behalf of the 340 football officials, the IHSAA, the crew here at IndianaSRN, we hope you enjoyed tonight's game, and more important, don't forget to subscribe to the IndianaSRN YouTube page. As you're watching tonight's contest, I'm going to show you a few of our signals that will help you better understand the information we are trying to convey. Touchdown. Safety. First down. Holding or illegal use of hands. Encroachment, or offsides commonly known. false start or illegal formation on the offense, or a free kick scrimmage violation, face mask, intentional grounding, roughing the passer, clipping, illegal shift, illegal motion, illegal block, pass interference by the offense or the defense, delay of game, and the one signal we dislike and you as fans don't like seeing, unsporting. We'd like to thank everyone for tuning in tonight and following us on IndianaSRN. You can also tune in to the Football Weekly Show and Coach's Show every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. on IndianaSRN.org. Finally, if you've ever thought about becoming an IHSAA official, www.ihsaa.org and click on the Officials tab or call the IHSAA office at 317-846-6601. Now, sit back and enjoy the game.
Welcome back to Huffman Field on the campus of Newcastle High School. Bill Ledlow, Daniel Morales. Now let's take a look at your Mount Vernon Marauders, coming in with a record of 5-1, coached by Vince Leidy, 5-1 in his first year. They are 29th overall in 4A, but they're 5th in 4A. Their last outing, they defeated Pendleton Heights 43-0. Daniel, the man at the quarterback position has been there for the last 3-4 years maybe, is Gary Sluniker. And what an arm the young man has.
And what a year he's having. I mean, we look at his stats and that really impresses me that he struggled with last year is one interception. Only one interception. That was something he struggled with a lot last year. Right. Worked in the offseason. He's a senior. He makes smart decisions, and he is having an awesome year.
You know, he had a big receiver last year in Tanner Cozio, and Tanner has now moved up to, Ball State, and but he hasn't missed anything because, he does miss Tanner, but then when you've got the likes of Eli Bridenthal and Ashton Gentry.
Yeah, Ashton Gentry having a great year with 20 receptions for 498 yards with 7 TDs. So half of Garrick's touchdowns go to this man right here, Ashton Gentry. And he's a good player. He's not tall. He's not anywhere close to Tanner's height. But he's quick, and what he can do is the play after he catches the ball, the yards after the catch, is really what makes a big difference.
You look at what Tanner is, or Ashton, he's 5'8", 164. You're right. He does not have the height that Tanner has, but Gary knows where to throw it, and the only one that can catch it is Gentry.
Yeah, Gentry. And, somebody else who's had a really good year this year as well is George Burham. He has 13 receptions for 208 yards at 2 TDs, as well as Bridenthal, who we've missed the last 2 games, possibly could be back tonight. His second target is with Eli Bridenthal with 12 receptions, 227 yards, and 3 TDs as well. So he has a great receiving core with many different options, different heights, different speeds,
right,
different crossing patterns, routes that they can run, and that's what makes Mount Vernon so dangerous.
Here's the thing. They also like to run the ball with Keegan LaBelle and Trevor Hagler in the backfield. 22 team rushing touchdowns, 14 passing TDs. So a balanced offensive attack there for Leidy in this Mount Vernon Marauder Ball Club.
And they have multiple options just like they have at the receiver position. They have my favorite, Keegan LaBelle, the workhorse, the man who just runs and runs and runs until the whistle blows. And then they have their new addition that came in this year, and that is oh my gosh, I just went blank. Hegler. I couldn't remember. Hegler has a lot of him and LaBelle share the carries.
Right.
Hegler with 44 carries and with 403 yards, and LaBelle with 47 carries with 467 yards. Hegler has 6 touchdowns. LaBelle has 7. So very, very sharing the love for Mount Vernon.
And it looks like we're ready for the opening kick. And it looks like maybe Newcastle's going to kick off. So we get to see this high-powered offense for the Mount Vernon Marauders.
Yeah, Mount Vernon won the toss, and as they do when they win the toss is they elect to receive. They want to be the first to put the points up on the board and see this offense, and that's what we're going to get to see here.
So, ladies and gentlemen at home, sit back. Enjoy the ball game because we are ready to get things underway here at Newcastle High School. Approaches the ball. High kick. Comes down to Ashton Julian. He has taken a spot on the kickoff return there.
Yeah, it would look like he's more of the second layer. Obviously, we have Gentry and LaBelle to do the kick returning, but it was a short kick, so it didn't go as far, so that second row got it.
So 1st and 10 for the Marauders. And here comes, and I do see Bridenthal out there now. So Eli Bridenthal, you got LaBelle lined to the left side of Sluniker. Gentry goes in motion, and he goes right to Gentry.
It goes right to his target, the man we talked about in the pregame. Ashton Gentry, unfortunately, got his head ripped off. Now his helmet came off, and with that, in high school rules, you have to come out for one completed play.
And coming in is Trey Jones for Gentry. So it was a Mount Vernon first down on that first play. Sluniker is in the pistol formation this time. Hands off to LaBelle. LaBelle breaks a tackle, breaks another one. He's down to the 30, 25, 20. Finally bumped out of bounds by number 10, Quentin Boatwright.
And LaBelle, I can't get over how much fun he is to watch. The speed, the quickness, right when he gets the handoff, we watch this look, shoots the hole, huge hole, great push there. 1 tackle, 2 tackles. Oh, we're going to see another one. Oh, and he goes all the way down to get a big gain. Finally got pushed out of bounds. He is one tough running back to bring down.
1st and 10 for the Marauders in Newcastle territory. Sluniker, little flare pass to Trey Jones, and he's in for the touchdown.
Little screen. It was more of like a screen to the receiver. Typically, when that first offensive line front releases, you're dropping it off to the running back. But what Trey Jones did is he came across the middle, went behind his blockers. That front line let them come in, and Garrick just dropped it right over the top for an easy 6 points.
A 3-play drive. Sluniker to Trey Jones for the touchdown.
And I believe that might be his first reception and touchdown of the season.
So. Yeah.
What a way to start.
The extra point was no good. Well, they went for 2. And they made it. So we'll be back.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered.
Here's Newcastle's first play, and it goes off to number 13, and that is Gabbard, I believe.
Yep, that is Kyle Gabbard does the kick returning there. Good kick return there for Newcastle to set up great field position for their first offensive series.
Ball placed at the 38-yard line, and that's where the Trojans will start this drive. First down and 10.
First and 10, they pick up a first down on that. So it's going to be Tyson Lewis, your quarterback. He's Tyson, 6'2", 165, sophomore for the Trojans. Takes a snap and gets tackled by Rayshawn Wells.
Definitely a busted play there. I mean, it was I don't know if it was a handoff, a play action, but the running back didn't do anything there, and went right into the backfield and for an easy sack there from Mount Vernon.
Rayshawn Wells. He is a 6'3", 265 senior. And he plays that defensive tackle position on the Marauder defensive line. So now 2nd and 17. Lewis in the shotgun, back to pass. Pass, and it's completed to Bradley, Aiden Bradley.
And Mount Vernon's DBs, their defensive backs, are going to be in for a handful tonight. We know Newcastle likes to throw. We've seen them get beat on time at occasions, and New Pal exposed them a little bit. Are they going to be able to adjust to this pass-heavy team of Newcastle?
Tyson Lewis back to pass, and here comes the defense. Darren Smith and Owen Johnson.
Yeah, great double team there. Shot off the gap. Nobody there. The right and left tackle got beat on both sides and was able to get into the backfield for an easy sack.
So it brings up a 4th and 23 now for.
4th and what?
4th and a country mile, baby.
Go. Anything over 20.
In to do the punting is Isaac Maiden. Coming down. Backs up Avery Williams. Williams takes it. Williams across the 50, 45, 30. Cuts back. Look out. Avery Williams. Touchdown, Marauders.
And that was just too easy. Great blocking. Was able to wait, be patient, find the holes, find the gaps, get to the sideline. All he had to beat now was the kicker. Was easy in for the touchdown.
So Avery Williams, punt return, TD, 9:04 to go, first quarter. Mount Vernon up. Now 14-0.
And what Mount Vernon always does, and I don't get the strategy behind it because we never asked Coach Leidy, but they always go for 2 as the PTA goes up, and it is good. They always go for 2 on their first touchdown, but then they kick field goals the rest of the time and they hit them. So
we're out. IndianaSRN. You're watching.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
And now back at Hoffman Field, Newcastle, Indiana. The Marauders are up 15-0 over Newcastle. Kickoff by Yealy. And number 13 on the return, Kyle Gabbard. And he's brought down. And now here come the Newcastle Trojans.
Here's the touchdown.
Here's the replay of the punt return.
And good blocking. Look at Mount Vernon. Anybody in white jersey is trying to find somebody to block. Avery Williams does a great first thing by having the first tackler miss, and then it's just blocking, and it's stop Avery Williams from getting into the end zone. Perfect punt return for a touchdown.
8:58 to go, first quarter. We got a flag, and it's offsides on Mount Vernon.
Thank you. I've lost the crowd.
So it'll be first and about 5 now for Newcastle. Gabbard long line to the right side. Lewis in the shotgun.
Nowhere to go.
Cole Herman is right there. And it's John Eberhardt on the run.
Cole Herman he's been playing awesome this whole year, always in the backfield, plays both sides of the ball, but he's a big boy. But what I love about him is the jump off the ball that he gets. He doesn't beat linemen by size, but by speed to get around them.
Lewis hands off to Eberhardt again. Leading the charge there is Tyler Kimberly for Mount Vernon.
I think if Newcastle has a chance in this game, it's going to have to be a mixture of the run game. They're going to have to beat Mount Vernon on the ground because the pressure that Mount Vernon is putting on Lewis in the backfield, he doesn't have time to set up a play, to let a play develop, to throw the ball before he's tackled and brought down.
3rd and 3 now for the Trojans. And they hand off to Eberhardt. And they were able to stop him.
Yeah, nowhere to go on that one. It's a big stop for Mount Vernon. Brings up a 4th down. Now if you're Newcastle, you're at your own 35-yard line, probably 34 3/4 to be exact where the football is placed. But you have to go for it. You're down 15-0. You got to be able to try to put some points up. But actually it looks like he's dropping back and doing a punt. Oh, and they almost get into the backfield.
Lewis punts, and it bounces, takes a Newcastle bounce, and Gentry just walking away from it. Said, ain't no way I'm getting around that. 7:02 to go here in the first quarter. And it's Mount Vernon up 15-0 over Newcastle. A little bit different than the way things started last week, Daniel.
Yeah, last week for the first time coming out in the year, their first offensive series was 3 and out. But not only the first time, the second time too. And I said this is going to be a close game, but then they turned on the afterburners and they knew what they were doing.
Put Breidenthal in motion. They hand off to him. Now here's it back to Sluniker. A little trickery there.
Yeah, a little
something
trick.
We've not seen this year.
No, that's probably the first trick play we've seen from Mount Vernon. And I don't even know if we saw it last year, but that's the advantage you have because Eli Breidenthal was actually the backup quarterback last year, starting quarterback for JV, and he has an arm, so you can do things like that and put in some trickery. We know Garrick's just an all-around great athlete, so he's going to be able to make some plays as well.
They picked up 5 on the play, 2nd and 5 now. Sluniker takes the snap, hands off to LaBelle, and picks up a first down, I believe, on the play. It's third and 5. Sluniker airs it out and complete.
It's going to be a close marker. Oh, not getting a favorable mark there. But if you're Mount Vernon, we know what they're going to do. Even if it's 4th down, they're going to go for it. They know they got the numbers right now. They're going in the right direction.
Oh, yep. He puts up the fist, means 4th down.
Head official out there tonight.
George Burhan was the intended receiver, caught it just short of the first down. Now they're going to punt.
I am surprised by this decision.
This is going to be a trick punt here.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Manny, snap it to the right person.
Yep. Manny Morales, the long snapper. Nice snap there by Manny.
Ooh, almost
blocked it.
Nice. And gets the Mount Vernon bounce.
And that's where Newcastle will take over. 5:30 to go in the first quarter. And this will be Newcastle's 3rd time they've had the ball here in the first quarter. First time they had it, they punted. And we know what happened after that. A return by Avery Williams.
And I am really surprised by that call from Mount Vernon. We've seen it a lot. In those situations, they're going to go for it. It's 4th and 1. You're at your own 49-yard line. I mean, for me, it's a no-brainer. Obviously, we're not down, on the field coaching tonight, which is probably a good thing. But just a surprising call.
Lewis back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket.
Fumbled it.
Fumbled the ball, and I believe the Marauders got it.
And that's why they did it. They knew that was going to happen. and that's what I talked about in their last series, Bill, with you, is that he does not have the time. Look, they're full house bringing him in, and then he's got no protection and loses the ball there trying to make a play. And Mount Vernon, the quick recovery there by number 34, May Hayes. I mean, this defense is really clicking at the right time, and postseason plays right around the corner. You have to carry it in.
Marauders deep in Newcastle territory. Sluniker to Hagler. Hagler breaks one tackle and just runs over his own man.
He said, get out of the way. I'm trying to get into the end zone.
And he gets in for the touchdown. Trayvon Hagler. And now it's Mount Vernon 21, Newcastle 0. Yealy on for the extra point try. Kicks up, and it is good. 5:18 to go. We'll be back. You're watching IndianaSRN.
After the touchdown.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Kickoff, and here come the Trojans. Breaks one tackle. Gobbard on the return. Or no, that's Gavin Anderson. So 5:11 to go, first quarter. for the Trojans. So if you're Coach York right now, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, you're down 22-0. What are you telling your squad? There's still a lot of football to be played, Daniel.
Not over till it's over. And watch his touchdown here. It's a straight handoff. Garrett, cameraman, kind of got faked out a little bit with the play, fake throw to the left, but then he just bowls over his own player. He's like, "You're not denying me of this touchdown. I'm getting in." So great run there by Hagler. Hagler has been a great addition to this Mount Vernon offense this year.
Second down and 7.
Second down and 7 now for the Trojans, as an official helps number 5, Thrine, Breven Thrine, with his equipment out there. And as he's doing that, well, now they've stopped the clock.
Yeah, no, the head official there waved the clock because he's trying to help him out, and he can't get it, so that means he's going to have to come out for a play. And that's good by the official to try to help him out so he doesn't have to come out for a play. But then it comes to a point where it's like, okay, you got to get off the field. We got to get going.
They put Eberhardt into the backfield with Tyson Lewis. And they hand off to Eberhardt.
John Eberhardt on the carry for the Trojans.
And it's going to be close to a
with the tackle for the Marauders.
First down.
Third down and
It's going to be third down and short for Newcastle.
And Eberhardt, their main runner, he has 41 carries on the year for 223 yards. Does not have a TD yet. He does have 100-plus yardage game this year, though.
Oh, he kind of stumbles there, regroups, and
Eberhardt on the carry to the left side.
It is Eberhardt on the carry again, but I think he's just going to be short of the first down.
Yeah, and that was a great tackle there by Keegan LaBelle. He looked like he was going to get hit and then was going to turn around and maybe pick up the first down, but he pulled him back, which now brings up a big 4th and 1 for Newcastle. And if you're Newcastle at this point being down 22, you have to go for it. There's no doubt about it.
We got a timeout called by the official. Are they going to bring the chains on, Daniel? And
they are.
Oh, wow.
Hey, this is the first we've seen of this.
Oh, and he moved the down marker. Oh, wow. Oh, okay, I see. They moved.
No, they are measuring.
That's the first time, I think, this year, isn't it?
First time since I think we've been doing Mount Vernon football games that this has been a measurement. But we got a good officiating crew. Yep, short.
He is going to be short. It'll be 4th down now for Newcastle.
And the head official tonight, Mike Hubert, is very experienced in reffing. He's old school. And, we talk a lot about not seeing a lot of measurements where it's like, yeah, it looks like it. So, we have to give some credit to come out here and actually have a measurement because you don't know. You don't want to guess. You don't want to give an advantage. So that's the right call there.
As close as it was, I'd put the quarterback under center, but, I'm not the coach. Oh,
that's what you don't want.
No. Number 32, Keegan LaBelle, jumped off sides. That'll move the ball and give Newcastle a first down.
And that is heartbreaking. Oh, man. Seatbelt, you said put him under center. No, let's do a hard count to get Mount Vernon to jump off sides.
Keegan's a better disciplined player, but the emotions and everything.
Too eager on that one.
Exactly.
He wanted to come up with the big stop.
1st and 10 now for Newcastle as we approach the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. Lewis back to pass. Airs it out. Got a man. And incomplete. And they wanted a pass interference call.
And I think they got it.
The pass was intended for Kyle Gabbard.
And I don't know
about
that.
There is a flag on the play.
The only reason I don't is because they're both looking up at the ball. we talk about that a lot. If you're a defender, you're not looking at the ball at all, that's one thing. But when you're both looking back at the ball, that does make a difference. And so I don't know about that one.
And now the head official looks over at the Newcastle bench. So it'll be a Newcastle first down.
However, that is something that we've seen a lot on Avery Williams' side. He does get attacked a lot, and sometimes he gets beat and does not make the right decisions. That one, it could have gone either way in reference to the pass interference call.
So it's 1st and 10 now for the Newcastle Trojans with 2:56 to go here in the first quarter. And unfortunately,
incomplete pass.
It's incomplete pass. Tyson Lewis, you know, he had Gabbard on that long pass. But like I said, unfortunately, pass interference. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Trojans. Lewis going to keep the ball himself. Tries to get outside. Ran out of bounds by number 7, Darren Smith.
Yeah, picked up about a yard. Yeah, maybe a yard and a half there. So great coverage there by Darren Smith. And that's, as a defensive end, you want to contain the quarterback. You want to, you know, there's different defensive play calls that you're going to make where you're going to actually send them. But when he's on, you're an end, you have to contain to not give up a quarterback scramble for a big gain.
3rd down and 8 now for Newcastle, and Lewis, 14 carries for 30 yards and 2 TDs on the year. Back to pass. Here comes the defense for Mount Vernon. And Cole Herman again.
That front line for Mount Vernon is getting off the ball so quickly that the Newcastle Trojan offensive line doesn't have time to react. And then they get in the backfield and they just clobber them and they team tackle. That is what you want in high school football, to team tackle. So if he doesn't have the opportunity to break a tackle and get to the outside to pick up some yardage or even a big gain.
Coming up for Newcastle, this is the 8th play of the drive, their 4th and 15. They put a man in motion from the right to the left. Tried to pick up the defender. Now Lewis just airs it out and had a man, number 10, Quentin Boatwright. He went high. He elevated beautifully, but just couldn't come down with it.
Yeah, and Newcastle very fortunate that there wasn't a holding call on the backside, because I believe that was Keegan LaBelle coming up strong on the right side to get into the backfield and was held down. So now, obviously, on that 4th down attempt, Mount Vernon will take over with pretty decent field position.
1:55 to go here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for your Marauders. Sluniker back to pass. Airs it out. Got a man, and it is Brightonthal, the big guy, picks up a Marauder first down.
Beautiful pass there. Beautiful route ran there by Brightonthal. Has man-on-man coverage on the outside. Does a hard step to the outside to get across the middle.
We're walking back. We're walking back.
So the hold call that I was talking about on Newcastle that they missed, apparently they got that on Mount Vernon.
On Mount Vernon. So that will negate that big pass from Sluniker to Brightonthal.
We'll watch it again. I think they got it on the out. Yeah, he did have him on the outside. But a beautiful ball there right up the middle of the field. Great catch there by Brightonthal. But good holding call there, because looked like Rajon Wells had the jersey of the defender coming off the end.
Rajon Wells is the right tackle for Mount Vernon. Now it's 1st and 20. That ball looked like it might have got tipped.
Pass completed to Eli Brightonthal.
Eli Brightonthal.
And that's a good first down after a penalty play. You drop a screen pass, you get back a good chunk of the yardage to bring it close to 2nd and 10 and 2nd and manageable. And we know Mount Vernon has that threat to run the ball. They also have that threat to pass the ball. So really many different options here.
Hand off to LaBelle. LaBelle breaks a tackle, gets it up to the 40-yard line as we go under a minute here in the first quarter.
George Burham might get in trouble watching film because he was standing there and didn't hit anybody. He didn't hit anybody.
So now it's 3rd down for the Marauders. And the noise gets loud here at Newcastle. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Burhan in motion. Sluniker back to pass. Airs it out and got Burhan for the catch.
And a beautiful, beautiful catch there. Just a ball down the sideline. And with George being 6'5", he has all of that. He has all that height on the defender to just go up and get it, and that's exactly what he did. So great play there by Mount Vernon.
Picks up a first down for Mount Vernon.
This is a replay.
Oh, here comes the replay.
And look, it's just a straight go route, and he has the height on him. All he does is just go right over the top of him. Went right over the top of Brevin Thrine, who's 5'5", so 5'5" going against 6'5". I wonder who's going to win that.
Yeah, I think George is going to win that every time. Penalty flag again against the Marauders. Don't shoot yourself. You're shooting yourselves in the foot here, fellas.
I think they're just trying to pad their stats to get more yardage.
It's going to be a holding call on Mount Vernon.
Ball placed at the 38-yard line.
Ball's placed at Newcastle's 38-yard line. 1st and 20. Hagler's in there now, and they hand off to him. Hagler stays on his feet and almost picks up a first down. And that's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Mount Vernon 22, Newcastle 0. You're watching IndianaSRN. Live back at Huffman Field on the campus of Newcastle High School. Bill Ludlow, Daniel Morales, and the Marauders are driving towards another score at the end of the first quarter. 22-0, your Marauders. Sluniker in the pistol formation with Hagler behind him. Drops back to pass. Throw to Burhan and in for the touchdown.
Just an easy get. You put George Burham in the slot position on the inside when they have that cover two open up the middle, and he just runs a quick slant route up the middle, and it's the end for an easy touchdown. Great read there, great play call by Mount Vernon, great execution by Garrett Sluniker and George Burham.
Ely on for the extra point try. Sluniker the holder. Snap, ball's down, kicks in the air, and it is good. Mount Vernon 29, Newcastle 0. You're watching IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Welcome back to Huffman Field. Mount Vernon 29, Newcastle 0. Yealy ready to kick this thing off. One play to start the second quarter. Went from Sluniker to Burhan for the touchdown. Looks like number 10, Boatwright on the return. Here's the touchdown replay.
And look, you got George in the slot. It's just a go route up the middle, then cut back, and then cuts right in the middle, and a great pass there by Sluniker for the easy touchdown. And I tell you what, Mount Vernon is getting them pretty easy tonight. This offense has been thriving since that week one demolish that they got handed by Noblesville. And ever since then, they have really turned it on and putting points up on the board.
11:51 to go, second quarter. And Tyson Lewis stays in at quarterback for the Trojans. Now they go bunch receivers to the left side. Not again.
No, the big boy lost his balance on the line there. He kind of stumbled. He tried to catch himself, and then he kept going backwards. Just unfortunate on that.
Was that Sam Porter? Or no, it was Nick Burns, I believe. Now we got a timeout. You're watching IndianaSRN.
First timeout of the first half. 2 remaining.
This broadcast is copyrighted by the IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. First down for Newcastle. There's it out.
Pass incomplete. Kyle Gabbard, the intended receiver.
Gabbard was the intended receiver. And Dyson gets up, or Lewis gets up a little gimpy there, Daniel.
Yeah, him and actually Gabbard have been hit. Well, we know Lewis has been hit a lot tonight, so it is going to make it difficult to keep taking that many hits. But he's a fighter. You know, Coach said he comes into practice ready to play, ready to learn, ready to grow. He's only a sophomore, so a lot of potential in this kid.
Eberhard on the run.
Gentry,
they knocked the ball around. out, and Hagler got it.
Well, Gentry was lifting up Eberhard in the pile, so it looked like everybody was combined. He was just up in the middle, and that's when Hagler came in and took the ball away from him.
3rd down and 4 now for the Trojans. 2 receivers to the right, the bunch receivers to the left, close to the line. Eberhard goes in motion. They hand off to him. He's trying to get out of there, and nothing there, and he's stopped by Owen Johnson.
And Owen Johnson did a great job of holding on to him until the rest of his team get there to get that team tackle to drop him for a loss. And, man, Mount Vernon is just clicking on all cylinders tonight so far.
4th down now for the Trojans. Back to do the punting for him is Isaac Madden. 10:30 to go, first half.
Oh, no.
And it was blocked.
Blocked, missed. Oh, my gosh,
Oh.
He can grab the ball. It almost looked like he lost it. I don't know if it was really blocked or he missed the ball when he kicked it.
Well, we're going to say it's blocked.
We'll call it a block. There we go for the special teams.
After the block punt.
So Mount Vernon takes over deep in Newcastle territory. 10-20, first half.
One play, touchdown?
Sure, why not? You know?
If they pass it.
And now it looks like we've. Well, I thought it was going to be a timeout. Now Lighty runs him back on there.
Yeah.
So 29-0 in favor of your Marauders. We don't want to look too far ahead, but
Snap, pass to the left, first down, and +4.
a pass complete and picks up 4 yards on the play, 14 on the play. First down, Marauders.
For the Trojans.
Sluniker in the pistol with LaBelle behind him. And the handoff to LaBelle, and wow! Nice defensive stance there by the Trojans and number 43, Brendan Thompson.
Yeah, a breakdown there by the front line. Rollin, Trimble kind of got beat off the ball. And then when you get as a lineman, when you get on your back foot, it gets hard to regain your balance because that defender's going to keep pushing you. And it was an easy tackle there for the Trojans.
They hand off to Trey Jones, and he tried to bounce it outside, but then cut it back inside.
Yeah, great blocking there by Ashton Gentry. Was able to hold the block because if he wasn't, Trey Jones was going to get stopped for a pretty decent loss if Ashton Gentry does not hold that block. Was able to pick up some yardage back after that last play, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for Mount Vernon.
Gentry and Bridenthal to the left. Now Gentry goes, as you can tell, in motion. Sluniker back to pass, and threw that one a little high.
Yeah, but that's one you have to come down with. You got those sticky gloves nowadays. These gloves are like you got glue on them. And that time, I must have wiped his head one too many times. It was slick and it went right through his hands.
Well, here's something we haven't seen this year. Yealy in for a field goal try. Sluniker, the holder. There's a snap, ball's down. The kick is in the air, and it is, just like that, it's good. So Yealy, field goal, good. You're watching IndianaSRN.
Bertner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Back at Huffman Field on the campus of Newcastle High School, Bill Ledlow, Daniel Morales. It's been all Mount Vernon here this first half, Daniel.
Yeah, they definitely have been controlling both sides of the ball, not only on the offensive side, but the defensive side, doing a great job of not giving up big gains and not giving up any points so far.
Takes it at the 10-yard line. Nice return there by Reven Thrine.
Yeah, and it's going to be even more yards. You got a penalty. It's going to be a personal foul face mask. So got a nice gain up to about the 35.5, but now he's going to get all the way up to about the 50-yard line.
So a good start for the Newcastle Trojans on this drive. It seems like except for a couple of times Mount Vernon's touched the ball, they put points on the board.
Yeah, doing a great job, is able to get the ball down the field, move the ball well. That time kind of stalled out. So maybe some questionable play calls there. Coach Jacobs not in attendance tonight. But, this offense is thriving. They don't really need a lot of direction when you can put up points like they have.
And they hand off to Everhart, and he's stopped by Gentry.
And this defense has been doing a great job by containing, not giving up the big plays on the outside, not giving in to the deep balls and protecting them. Obviously had that one questionable pass interference call. But this defense just really, really putting it all together tonight here at Newcastle.
It'll be second down now for the Trojans as we wait for the play. Lewis back to pass, airs it out, got a man, but he's in coverage. The penalty flag comes in. It's Gabbard on the catch.
It wasn't even targeted for Gabbard. It was actually targeted for number 10, Quentin Boatwright, but because the ball was so underthrown that Gabbard was right place, right time, was able to bring it in.
And now, pass interference. They decline it, and with that, it's a first down, Newcastle.
And if you're Newcastle, you have to keep exposing where the weakness is, and that is Avery Williams' side. Not doing a very good job tonight at those man-to-man coverages, and has got beaten and given up 2 penalties for 2 huge plays so far for Mount Vernon.
2 receivers on the left side. Lewis back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Now just throws it up and incomplete. Gabbard was your intended receiver. And there for a moment, he had him.
He did. It was a ball. Obviously, he's running, and he has to come back across his body when you're scrambling to throw it as a right-hander. That is a tough play, and he was all the way at about the 30, probably 32-yard line. So that's about a 35-yard pass to where he was trying to make, and we just saw the last pass was very underthrown, and he had the time to wind up. So I don't know if he's going to be able to make that completion.
2nd and 10 now for the Trojans. Lewis back to pass. Throws, and he's got Boatwright, and incomplete. Williams on the coverage.
Yeah, that time Williams in the inside, and if Williams is on the outside there, that's a touchdown because that ball was underthrown. Fortunate for Newcastle. It was not intercepted because Avery had a very good opportunity to bring down the interception for a touchback for Mount Vernon and start going the other way. But just a little bit of an underthrown ball. And when you're a younger quarterback, he's a sophomore, he's still learning, still building that arm strength. He's going to be really good in years to come.
So 3rd and 10 now. Lewis back to pass. Throws and complete to Gabbard. And he looks over at the Newcastle bench and he's like, yeah. So another first down for the Trojans.
And an underthrown ball, but Gabbard doing a good job. Really close. Well, I know we don't have the NFL coverage here where we can get different angles, but that was close because it kind of looked like a trap the way he came up with the ball.
High snap over Lewis's head. He brings it down. He throws. Incomplete, intended for Boatwright.
And targeting Avery Williams again. I think they've seen where that weakness is, and they're going to keep throwing the ball at him there. Number 10 for Newcastle, Boatwright, looking at the ref saying, hey, he held me. Where's the flag?
You got two 5'11" guys going after each other. Boatwright 5'11", Williams 5'11". But Williams has the size on him at 160 to 145 of Boatwright. And Mount Vernon takes a timeout. You're watching IndianaSRN.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Because land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a deer. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
In 2002, Piper Logistics was established with the encouragement and financial support of a spirited customer who helped Greg and Tim develop their vision. If you need something transported, contact Piper Logistics, 317-395-1023. Pass to Gabbard and close to a touchdown, but I think he's just going to be short.
Yeah, great tackle there by Keegan LaBelle. Brian Throw was on the coverage, kind of knocked him off his first step, and then Keegan LaBelle did a great job coming up to bring him down for the shortness of being short of the goal line.
It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line for the Trojans of Newcastle on the home turf. Lewis takes the snap, rolls to the right, flushed out of the pocket.
Fumble on the play. No, they blew it dead.
Picked up by Cole Herman, but they're going to bring it back. Oh.
Did they? I thought I heard a whistle. Maybe not. That's not a good call. That is not a good call. He was, I guess it's the Tom Brady tuck rule, right? I guess that's what that is because he was bringing the ball down. That was, oh man.
So that negates.
And look, he's running. He's not a, yeah, I don't know why we blow that dead. And I don't even think the head official was the one that blew that dead because he wasn't stopping the play.
Right.
That's a bad call.
Herman had a touchdown. Now the head official is going over to talk to Coach Vince Leidy, explaining what went on.
Now that's the other thing, too. Was he outside the tackle box? Because that's intentional grounding. He just threw the ball straight down into the ground, and if that's an incomplete pass and there's no receivers around, and that's what Coach Leidy is explaining right now, that, hey, that should be a loss of downs, turnover on downs, because he threw the ball straight into the ground.
That is true. So as Coach Leidy.
And look,
here it is.
There's no receivers in the vicinity. No receivers, and throws it straight down. All linemen. No receivers. And that's a good point out there by Coach Leidy.
So now we got
And now they're going to discuss it.
So as they discuss it, catch up on what's going on with the IHSAA Foundation. Subscribe to our newsletter, The Advocate. Email us at ihsaafoundation.org. And now we got the call, and it's 4th down.
And that's a bad call. That's not the sideline. That's not the sideline calls. That's not the side judge's call there. That's the head ref in the backfield.
4th down, throw, and pass is intended for Boatwright. It falls incomplete, and the Trojans turn it over on downs.
Mount Vernon ball, first down and 10.
So Mount Vernon will get it. 6:13 to go here in the first half. They're deep in their own territory, but we've seen this before, and we know the big play could be coming up.
Yeah, this is always dangerous territory when you're on the offensive side. You never want to be backed up into your old goal line. The thing is Mount Vernon does not need to try to do something special. Just get out of the zone. You have Hagler back there. Maybe I would like to see LaBelle because I know he's going to keep driving. And Hagler sometimes likes to dance to try to get fancy, to make a big gain. But in this situation, you just got to run straight into the pile and hope that you can pick up some yardage to give you a little bit of breathing room.
1st and 10, Gentry in motion.
And they're going to
back to pass. Airs it out. And he's got number 84, and that's Ryland Robinson. But a good catch there by Robinson to kind of get him out of that deep territory.
And I wouldn't necessarily question that call because Garrick has not been pressured, if not at all, tonight so far. So you're going to give yourself a little room by passing the ball.
And he airs it out again. And incomplete, intended for Gentry. It'll bring up a 3rd down now for the Marauders. Bridenthal checks back into the ball game. He's going to go split wide to the right side. Hagler. And the handoff to Hagler. Hagler trying to get it outside, stays on his feet, and picks up a Marauder first down and more.
It just kept driving and was tiptoeing the sideline, had blockers ahead of him, and a big gain there.
So picks up a very important Marauder first down as they started this drive on their own 3-yard line. And they're out near
about the
35.
Yeah, 35, 34-yard line.
Yeah, 35, 34, whatever it takes.
34 and a half. Yeah. We'll meet in the middle. How about that?
Pass to the right.
Pass to the right side and a first down. And it goes to Trey Jones
for the
touchdown, Marauders.
Big play there. You said it. You said big play's coming. It just took a couple more. We weren't going to go for the whole 98 yards. We wanted to get it out a little bit. But we'll take the 98-yard drive.
That is Jones's 2nd touchdown of the night.
And he's having himself a game tonight. 2 touchdowns, 2 passes, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns.
Yealy on for the extra point try. Sluniker, your holder. Ball's down, kicks in the air, and it is good.
Good.
Mount Vernon 39, Newcastle 0. You're watching IndianaSRN.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, It's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Live back at Huffman Field on the campus of Newcastle High School. Bill Ludlow, Daniel Morales, the Marauders with a big 39-0 lead over the Trojans of Newcastle. Yealy has the ball teed up for the Marauders.
John Eberhard.
Little pooch kick, just downed it by number 7, Eberhard. Here comes the touchdown pass.
Just right up the sideline. The speed was able to turn on the gun or the afterburners and get into the end zone. Then he had to put reverse thrusters on because he would have just kept running like Forrest. Like Forrest says, "Run, Forrest!"
Just run.
And then the band's out there with the sign, "Stop!"
5:26 to go, first half. They'll start from there. Now we got a timeout.
Timeout, Mount Vernon. They're second of the first half.
Where you're watching IndianaSRN. Sports management careers are booming. When you're managing the business side of sports, you're always a major player in the game. Our graduates work in crucial and demanding positions at sports organizations and venues, managing arenas, stadiums, handling publicity for their favorite teams, developing the market for innovative sports products. Contact us at iupui.edu/sports management. Stay up to date with IHSAA sports news at our sports page at IndianaSRN.org or Troy at radiotroy.com. First and 10 for the Newcastle Trojans. Looking for some spark here before the end of the first half. Lewis back to pass. Airs it out, got a man, and it is incomplete. I thought Gentry had it, but it just popped out.
Yeah, for a second there, he was a receiver trying to bring down the ball instead of a defender. But the receiver for Newcastle did a great job of knocking that loose. Fortunate for Newcastle was knocked loose.
So it'll be second down now for the Trojans. From their 48-yard line. Second and 10. Two receivers to the right. Hand off to Eberhardt. Breaks a tackle, breaks another one. Gets it right up to the 50-yard line for the Trojans.
Ray Wells on the tackle along with George.
Rashawn Wells, number 57. We've called his name a time or two tonight as he made the stop.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of getting in the backfield. Him and Cole Herman really putting pressure on the quarterback, Lewis, and not giving him the opportunity to set his feet and make a good throw. But on the run game, doing a good job of cleaning up. The outside linebackers are getting into the backfield very quickly, and sometimes they get through, as we saw Eberhardt do there. But right there was Wells.
And a deep pass intended for Boatwright, and it's incomplete. Now to bring up a fourth down and 6 for Newcastle.
And I think at this point you have to go for it. I mean, you're down 39-0.
Right.
You know if you don't put points on, you're going to have a running clock for the 6th week in a row for Mount Vernon, starting the second half.
It'll be 4th and 6. Lewis, he's going to punt. And
oh, no. Oh, very fortunate there. And the late penalty flag came in.
No, that's the beanbag.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It looked like yellow.
Or something there.
It was the bag because it is a fumble. Avery Williams having a rough night tonight so far.
So Mount Vernon will take over with 4:22 to go here in the first half. And it's been all Mount Vernon. They'll take over on their own 34-yard line, 33-yard line. 1st and 10. Sluniker puts Gentry in motion. Brings him back.
Nice.
Pass to Bridenthal, and look out.
Oh, he tripped over his own foot. He was going so fast he tripped over his own feet there. But just simple plays. That's what I love about Mount Vernon offense right here tonight and all throughout this year. They're simple plays. They don't go for the big home run ball. They're just simple. That was a simple route about 10 yards up the field. You cut up the middle, perfectly passed, perfectly placed by Garrick Sluniker. And Bridenthal just turns on his speed and goes a little too fast and trips over his own feet there, but for a great gain.
1st and 10, Marauders. Sluniker back to pass. Throws and complete to Bridenthal again and picks up another Mount Vernon first down. Now here's our last pass.
Yeah, look, just about a 5-yard route up the middle of the field, perfectly placed between 3 defenders, and then he's just on for the races and he just stumbles. But a great game there. Got the ball down the field, and now Mount Vernon threatened to put up points again before halftime.
3:50 to go, first half. Bill Ledlow, Daniel Morales, Hagler. And Hagler does what Hagler does.
Bounces.
He takes the ball and go ahead.
Yeah, dances around, finds a little hole, maybe pick up a yard or two here. And Hagler is one of those finesse runners. He can, once you get him past that line of scrimmage, he's fast. He's hard to catch. He's hard to bring down. But what he does nicely about that is he waits a little bit to find the hole. And once he finds it, then he shoots the gap. But, you know, he's a little bit different running back style than we see with Keegan LaBelle, who's just a full-on, I'm going to run right into the pile.
2nd goal now for your Marauders. Sluniker, pass, incomplete, intended for Burhan. So to bring 3rd and goal. And they keep Hagler. Nope, they bring in Keegan LaBelle now. You know what would be a great thing if you put LaBelle and Hagler together in the backfield.
Okay, Coach Ludlow.
I'm calling Lighty this week and say, hey! And LaBelle is just short of the goal line. It's 2:50 to go, first half. And like we said, it's been all Mount Vernon.
QB sneak.
Roland Trimmel,
Nobody over the center. Yep,
and there goes Sluniker in.
Yep, touchdown.
For the touchdown.
And as a quarterback, that's what you look for. When there's nobody on the center, you see green light. I say, hey, I'm running right over the top of you, center. You better push because they don't have anybody there. That was a great read there by Garrick Sluniker. He saw that there was no defender over the center and was able to push in for the touchdown.
TD run by Sluniker and Yealy on for the extra point try. Sluniker, the holder, snap. Ball's down, kicks in the air, and it's good. You're watching IndianaSRN.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry-out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Live back at Newcastle High School, Bill Ludlow, Daniel Morales. And look who's got the ball teed up, going to kick off.
Hey, you know, I threw a touchdown. I ran for a touchdown. Hey, why not kick off?
Yeah, let me kick off, Coach. So Sliniker will do the kickoff duties here for Mount Vernon. Wow, he got a
leg.
Got a kick, got a good foot into it.
And a flag coming in, which...
here comes the touchdown by Sluniker.
Aiden Woodson allowed the tackle along to Jacob Lewis.
Flag is on the play.
And see, there's nobody over the center, so that's an easy call for Garrick. Clearly in. They kept pulling him. Don't know why the refs didn't run in to stop the pushing and shoving, but easy call there for Garrick. And gets into the end zone. And this season as a whole, he has 4 rushing touchdowns on the year. Has 16 carries, however, he only has 7 yards. So do the math there. Kind of had a couple lost there. But no, overall, Garrick is a very well-rounded quarterback on all areas. He can move in the pocket. He can throw on the run. He can throw sitting in the pocket. And then he can make some plays with his legs.
You're going behind Tremel, your center, at 6'3", 300 pounds. He'll make a hole for you. Lewis. And it was Eberhardt on the run.
Eberhardt, the ball carrier. Very Smith on the
Picks up a second down now for the Trojans. Stay with us for halftime here on IndianaSRN.
Make 3, second down, 7.
That'll be second down, and they call it a 7. Let's see what Coach York and this offense can do for Newcastle. Eberhardt trying to bounce it outside, and the ball's fumbled.
Get the ball, fall on the ball. Oh, no.
And I don't think Newcastle came back up with it.
I tell you what, with Coach Leidy being a defensive specialist like he is as the defensive coordinator last year, he is going to rip into his guys that have to fall on the ball. Fall on the ball. Don't try to scoop it and run. That's what you get.
Third down and 12 now for the Trojans as we go under a minute to go here in the first half. Eberhardt. Lewis is in the pistol formation. Hands off to Eberhardt, and there's nothing there.
Eberhardt with the carry up the middle.
And I'm wondering what's wrong with Thrine, because he's their main running back, and he's not been in there too much tonight.
No, he gets a lot of the carries, but Eberhardt does take the majority of the carries with 41 carries so far this year. But with this Mount Vernon front line, it's really hard to get anything done, to be honest.
And
this will be one more play for the play clock, I believe. They call timeout.
Timeout called by the Trojans. That is their second timeout.
And it's a timeout by Newcastle. But the Morales Group, we can match you with the right career or hire the right candidates for your company. We do so much more than that. Let us help you today. Contact the Morales Group at 317-472-7600. Our good friends, the Morales Group. So you got 4th and 11. And the offensive coordinator for Newcastle talking to the team as they break the huddle, come out and ready for the 4th and 11. 3.6 seconds to go here in the first half. And it has been all Mount Vernon High School tonight. The snap, it throws a deep pass, and incomplete, and that's the end of the first half. Your score, Mount Vernon 46, Newcastle 0. You're watching on IndianaSRN.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday night, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
Sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid earned that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah!
Come on!
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Game day on Indiana SRN. And now here's a special message from Assistant Commissioner of the Indiana High School Athletic Association, Sandra Walter.
In cooperation with the Indiana High School Athletic Association, Indiana SRN would like to thank the men and women who officiate our sports contests. Congratulations to the following officials who've been selected as Official of the Year in their respective sport. This distinction is based on service to student athletes, coaches, and community over decades. These men and women have given countless hours to promoting and ensuring that education-based athletics are afforded to your student athlete. In cross country, Mr. Ted Knopfsinger. Soccer for 21-22, Mr. Lawrence Lohner. In volleyball in the north, Mr. Steve Klein. And in football in Lake County, Mr. Fred Schob. If you'd like to become an IHSAA official, please contact Sandra Walter at the IHSAA office, phone number 317-846-6601. And a huge thank you to Mr. Keith Meyer and Indiana SRN for being such an advocate to our officials, our student athletes, and our administrators of 407 member schools across the state of Indiana. We certainly thank you for the support and the constant effort to promote all that is good about education-based athletics.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, Become a role model for our young student athletes. Earn extra money and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
My students definitely inspire me. I love my job. I love the light bulb moments. I love being that caretaker and caregiver for other people's children all day long.
I've noticed that a lot of kids are really nervous and anxious about doing everything perfect. And I think that when they really get to know me and I get to know them, I can help them understand that just being their self is right. As long as they believe in themselves and are confident in themselves, then their schoolwork shines.
What distinguishes Mount Vernon Community School Corporation? Our students are proof of the high-quality academics and exceptional dynamic teachers. Mount Vernon schools are among the top districts in the state, with our 4-star schools and an A-rated district. But it's more than that. Mount Vernon schools are known for instilling core values that inspire excellence, build character, and support others.
Mount Vernon is a place where hard work and big dreams equal amazing accomplishments. We are a growing school district in the heart of Indiana, and we provide our students with exemplary academics in a blended learning environment. Through a multitude of opportunities and a safe learning environment, we inspire a love of learning in our students so that they can thrive as adults. I believe all students deserve to learn at high levels, and for us to accomplish that vision, we must meet the needs of the whole child. Our one-to-one environment helps to provide enriching educational projects that challenge students. As a matter of fact, our district was one of the first in the state to be kindergarten through grade 12 STEM certified. Mount Vernon Community School Corporation provides high-quality academics, arts, and athletics.
My education at Mount Vernon Middle School has been outstanding because the teachers are just so amazing and they know exactly what they're teaching and they know how to cater to every student's needs.
I love how many clubs and activities we have. There's always another club that makes you feel like you belong there and you have a place in this school.
Every person can come to Mount Vernon Middle School and get a good education.
Our teachers inspire students with a passion for learning, nurturing their growth in innovative, progressive ways.
I don't care how good you are, I want you to try your best at this. And as long as you try your best, there's a good chance that they're going to succeed in what they're doing in that day. So I always say, just do your best.
I feel here at Mount Vernon, we have an increased rigor that some students might not be used to. But that's what they're going to see in high school, that's what they're going to see in college, that's what they're going to expect to see in the workforce.
Together as a Mount Vernon family, we provide positive experiences to challenge and develop each child to their fullest potential.
All 3 of my children have graduated, they have all received scholarships. And the teachers, they go out of their way to make sure that the young people are well prepared, starting from kindergarten level. This is a community, we're a family, we're all here to work together.
Our students thrive, strive, and succeed because at Mount Vernon Schools, we engage, educate, and empower. It's what we believe. It's what we do for all our students.
Discover Mount Vernon, where teachers are focused on one thing, your child.
We are Mount Vernon Schools!
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
And welcome back to halftime here at Newcastle. Band on the field doing a little bit of halftime performance. But in the meantime, let's take a look at some of the scores around on our site for IndianaSRN tonight. We have a big one going on right now. Frontier is down 16-18 to Tri-County at halftime. Traders Point is down 21-19 as well at halftime. A barn burner on our other site today, the other webcast game, LaPel and Heritage Christian tied at halftime 21-21. I think I even said in the beginning before we walked in that I think that game's going to be a good one. So good one over there. Covenant Christian leading 35-0 over Clarksville. And then a side note of a game that's kind of baffling that we saw come across here is Lawrenceburg is beating Rushville at the beginning of the second quarter, 70-0. So big blowout over there, but let's take a look at some games around the state. Right now, Carmel is leading Ben Davis 14-10, so we have a close one over there as well. Some other big games, Cathedral leading LaSalle 21-0. Beech Grove up 21-13 over Indianapolis Cardinal Ritter. Eastern Hancock losing right now to Monroe Central 14-0 as well. We just go across down a little bit further. Franklin County losing 14-21 to South Dearborn right now as well. The Knights are down 35-0 to Tri as well. Cecina up 14-0 at halftime over Triton Central. And then the big barn burner up in the north, Fort Wayne Bishop Luers versus Fort Wayne Bishop Dwenger. Game is 27-21 in favor of Luers. So good game going on up there. New Pal, our rival here for Mount Vernon, is beating Shelbyville 42-0 in the third quarter as well. And I just confirmed as well, it is still 70-0 in the second quarter for that Rushville-Lawrenceburg game as well. So those are some of the scores around the state. Halftime coming up, or second half coming up for Mount Vernon. Stay tuned.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
My name is Jay Jones. I'm the commissioner of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and we appreciate you tuning in to tonight's game. We hope you'll stay tuned to SRN for tomorrow's Heartland Conference Game of the Week, showcasing some of the best small college football in the Midwest. We look forward to seeing you then.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Well, welcome back to Huffman Field, the campus of Newcastle High School. Daniel Morales and Bill Ludlow here, and we're at halftime. Mount Vernon with a 46-0 lead over the Newcastle Trojans. Tomorrow afternoon, Daniel, right here on the IndianaSRN, you can tune in. Kickoff at 1:15, Mount St. Joseph and Bluffton. College game.
College football, college Saturday.
How about that? You know, the big networks have it. We got it also.
We're a big network.
We are big. We are big. So tune in tomorrow afternoon at 1:15 right here on IndianaSRN. Well, Mount Vernon, just like they do the last 5 weeks, they score big in the first half, so we know what's coming the second half, a running clock.
Yeah, it was kind of expected. We knew it was coming. Mount Vernon has, ever since that Noblesville loss, has just continued to strive and excel on both sides of the ball. Not just the defensive side, not just the offensive side, but the defensive side as well. And we see it again tonight. I think we're going to see it for the rest of the season. Hopefully that they can continue into playoffs and come up with a big win, sectional championship, maybe keep moving forward. They're going to have some tough challenges as well. But Mount Vernon right now clicking on all cylinders.
One thing that we saw tonight that we've not seen all year, in that second quarter at 8:41 to go in the second quarter, Yealy comes on and kicks his first field goal of the year.
And not just kicked it, he drilled it. I mean, it was right down the uprights. And, it was probably – I think we had it marked down at about a 29-yarder, 30-yarder.
Right.
But he had a lot of room to clear on that as well. So It just goes to show the type of team that Coach Leidy has on the field, not just those main players, but some of those players that don't get recognized, like the kicker, like the punter who has done a good job. We don't like seeing the punter, obviously, but overall, this team, it can't be stopped at this moment, but they have to keep pushing forward.
And we have seen the punter a couple of times tonight.
We have.
And Sluniker even teed the ball up. We're going to take a break. You're watching IndianaSRN.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 160,000 participants here in Indiana who take part in high school sports.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
My name is Jay Jones. I'm the commissioner of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and we appreciate you tuning in to tonight's game. We hope you'll stay tuned to SRN for tomorrow's Heartland Conference Game of the Week, showcasing some of the best small college football in the Midwest. We look forward to seeing you then.
Welcome back to Huffman Stadium on the campus of Newcastle High School. Bill Ledlow, Daniel Morales. And as you look on the scoreboard, Mount Vernon 46, Newcastle 0. And there's a possibility that these two ball clubs could see each other come sectional time, which is really just right around the corner, Daniel.
Yeah, 2 games. We have next week and the week after that. The week after that is the last regular season game, and then playoffs start. So that's when the real season starts. That's when you see all these scores that Mount Vernon's put up. That's going to be the real test to carry that momentum into the next. The thing that always concerns me, and Bill, I think I talked about this a little bit last year, is you know you're beating teams pretty good here, but what are you going to do when you really get that competition? Your Roncalis, your Mooresvilles, all those bigger schools right now that are in the rankings high up there above you, your Jaspers, your East Centrals. How are you going to match up against them?
And I think that's going to be up to the coaching staff to get them up to speed on this. And, we seen it a couple of years ago with Coach Kirshner. They went all the way to the semi-state, all the way down to Evansville, and didn't have very good luck down there.
No, and it was a tough challenge. They were pretty much going to, Evansville, home field advantage. It's out of your norm. You're right. Out of the norm, and had a big tough hill to climb on that one. Evansville ended up going on to win state, so I think it always means something when you lose to the person who won state, right? But that's Final Four. They made the Final Four, and that's big.
And the kickoff, and now Newcastle will take over. 1st and 10. As you can see by the clock running, it will be a running clock throughout the second half.
6 weeks in a row.
Lewis at the quarterback spot for the Trojans. And I think they want to try to put something together. And Lewis, they did a little trick play, and Lewis keeps it himself, runs the left side. And a nice, nice way to get things started here in the second half.
Yeah, and now we're going to see Mount Vernon probably play a lot of the backups, right? A lot of faces out there that we're not necessarily familiar with, but getting the opportunity to come out here and play against some tough teams.
Lewis in the shotgun. Hands off. Oh, and he got tripped up by his own man.
Own player.
And that was Gabbard again. And I think he got tripped up by number 59, Cole Working. So now it's 3rd down and 6 for the Trojans. Trip receivers to the right side.
Oh, right through his hands.
And it was intended for number 23, Gavin Frazier.
Now do you punt or you go for it?
No, looks like he's going to bring
You're kind of further back in your own side of the field. I think you want to punt that one, so kind of a no-brainer.
Back to punt this ball for the Trojans as the clock ticks down to 9 minutes. High kick, and it takes a little Mount Vernon bounce.
And it gets to about where the first down marker would have been. Yeah, I'd say that's one way to get a first down.
So Mount Vernon will start with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. They'll start on Newcastle's side of the ball. And we are going to see Etherington at quarterback. And he hands off to
Kobe Austin, and that's somebody we've called out a lot this year because they get to that running clock.
And we got a flag.
Yeah, a flag came in, but a lot of these younger guys are getting the experience. You know, Kobe Austin is a junior. Obviously, when you're coming behind Hagler and LaBelle, it's pretty tough to try to get up there as a junior into that starting running back position, as this is against Mount Vernon, and they are marching it back. But it's tough. So when you get these opportunities, you take advantage of them because you know what? Those guys are seniors.
Right.
They're gone next year. Then it's your turn to step up. So, you know, they're getting a lot of experience here. Obviously, with Tyler Etherington being a sophomore, he's coming in and getting a lot of experience as well.
There's Austin again. One of the receivers that was split wide to the right side is number 17, Jake Lang. Jake is also a junior at 5'10", 158. And you've got Hunter Atkinson, split left side, with a noun. And they hand off to Austin again.
Think they'll throw the ball, Bill?
I'd like to see, you know, Etherington, Tyler. I'd like to see what, you know. We know he's got a good arm.
He does, and he's a good size. He's coming in as a sophomore, 6'2", 180, and that's a really good size. And like I said last week, I was able to watch him a couple weeks ago in the New Pal Mount Vernon JV game,
right,
and really was impressive. He was throwing into the wind and was still getting the ball pretty far down the field. So I think Mount Vernon's fortunate to have a couple good quarterbacks coming through. We had Shipley a couple years ago.
Right.
Sluniker's been holding down the fort. And now Etherington developing himself as a sophomore to hold down the fort for these next 2 years as a junior and senior.
3rd down and 10 now, or 4th and 11. There's a snap. Punts the ball, and it takes a Mount Vernon.
Oh, no. What are you doing?
They could have backed him up all the way near the goal line, but it went into the end zone, and it'll come out now. It'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Man, could have downed it on the one. They just ran into each other. Oh, man.
So Newcastle starts on their own 20-yard line.
And you know what, Bill? I'm not going to be upset. It's a long drive out here at Newcastle. Yeah. And I'm not going to be upset if nobody scores a touchdown because, you know, the only time the clock stops is after a touchdown score, timeout, or injury. So right now we're at 12 minutes straight just running.
And there's a pass complete to Boatwright.
And a good tackle there by Gavin Mellencamp, 5'9" senior. Really wrapped up and brought him down there. So good tackle. He tried to Boatwright's a strong dude. He was trying to break that tackle, but Mellencamp was not going to let him go anywhere.
Joe Campos is guarding Boatwright on the far side as they hand off to number 5, and that is Thrine. Now Thrine comes out of the ball game. They're bringing Eberhardt. Well, now he's got an open backfield, Lewis does. Receivers everywhere.
Oh, no, it wasn't even ready.
Complete.
I don't know
what
Boatwright was doing. Like, he wasn't ready. He was wide open.
And there's a little chippiness between Boatwright and Lewis right now, you know. Boatwright's coming back, and he's like, you know.
Yeah.
But you know what? Come on, guys. 4th and 1. Let's see if they pick it up now. They're going for it. 3:45 to go here in the third quarter. And Lewis is going to keep it himself.
And Trey Jones, already having a big game on the offensive side, comes in and lays a pretty good hit there to bring him down, but fortunately wasn't able to stop him before the first down.
Picks up a Newcastle first down.
Is there a train on the field?
Yeah. Sound like you're up at Ross-Ade Stadium, right?
Maybe there tomorrow.
Lewis back to pass. There's an out. It's got a man. It's tipped and
good
complete.
Defense.
Trey Lewis again.
Great defense. The difference there is he rode on his hip with him. And as the ball was in the air, and I'm sure the Mount Vernon sideline was helping him out, yelling ball, he looked up at the ball. When you look up at the ball, you give yourself an opportunity to, A, knock it away, B, maybe come with the interception. We'll watch it here. And Trey just runs straight down the sideline with him. And if you look right here, look at it. Has a hand on him, just one little hand, no disruption of the play. Looks back at the ball and knocks it away. Great defense there.
Everhard on the run and picks up. No, that's number 5, Thrine on the run, and he's going to pick up a Newcastle first down.
And you've been asking where he is, Bill. There he is.
There he is.
And there he goes.
Just needs a first down. He comes in, he gets it, goes off the field. Again, this evening, I'd like to welcome my sister Denise Waterman and her husband Dave as they are watching in tonight. Another looks like a Mount Vernon victory.
Yeah.
So welcome aboard.
Well, if you're giving shout-outs, I got to give shout-outs.
Give it to
Shout-outs to my parents, Tony and Mary Ann, watching tonight. Also, shout-out to a former Marauder football player, Trey Ross. He has been tweeting me tonight telling me he's listening, so I'm glad you're joining in and watching the game.
As we're under 2 minutes now to go here in the third quarter. Lewis back to pass, look out. And
brought down.
Wow.
They sent the full house on that one.
Coming through is Ashton Julian, it looks like. And here's that pass that was deflected by
Trey Jones. And that was just, like I said, perfectly executed. Had one hand back on his side, not disrupting him as the receiver. Looks up at the ball, gets one hand up, and is able to knock it away. So perfect execution on the defensive side there.
Second down now or third down.
An 18, not a country mile just yet.
Nope. Lewis back to pass. And he's flushed out of the pocket.
Oh, no!
All right. The defender tried to make a play on the ball.
Yeah, man. He saw money signs. He was like, that's an interception. I'm going the other way. And he overran. He got too excited. Man.
Here comes that train again. And here's this play.
And look, he's scrambling, and I thought it was going to be an interception as well because he looks like he just throws us up, but just runs right past it and wasn't able to do anything and gave up a big gain there.
Everhard on the run. And that's the end of the third quarter with the score, Mount Vernon 46, Newcastle 0. You're watching IndianaSRN.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Live back at Huffman Field on the campus of Newcastle High School. Bill Ledlow, Daniel Morales says we're ready to start this fourth and final quarter.
Yep, and I got one more shout out to my Aunt Cassie, my cousin Maya. They're home. Manny, her son, Maya's brother's on the field. They weren't able to make it out there tonight, so we were happy that we're able to bring them this game from their own home.
There you go. The comforts of your own home. How about that?
Yeah, you don't have to spend money on popcorn. You just make it.
That'll be second down now for the Trojans as we're underway here in the fourth quarter. Lewis throws incomplete, and it was intended for number 14, Aiden Bradley. So 3rd and 6 now for the Trojans from the Mount Vernon 27-yard line.
Sounds like we got a birthday in the stands. Everybody's giving shout-outs. We're giving shout-outs on the air, down low below us in the stands, giving birthday shout-outs.
We need to bring some of that birthday cake up here. Eberhardt on the run.
Eberhardt out of carry for the Trojans.
Now brings up a
Chris Lowe on the tackle.
Chris Lowe on the tackle for Mount Vernon. 4th down and 5. Trojans are going for it. Lewis back to pass. Throws an incomplete, intended for Boatwright.
Mount Vernon will take over on downs.
So Mount Vernon will take over on downs. Their first possession here in the fourth quarter.
And just to give an update on the one that one of the scores I talked about at halftime, which was that Rushville game. It is now at halftime. Bill, what do you think the score is at halftime?
Still 70-0?
84.
Oh my.
84.
Oh my. And they hand off to Austin. Kobe Austin as we go under 10 minutes here in this fourth and final quarter. Look ahead next week. Mount Vernon will be at Shelbyville, and the Trojans have to go to New Palestine next Friday night.
And right now, New Pal controlling pretty well Shelbyville at home, 42-0 right now up. Big game, big controversial game, I guess you can say. Nah, bad word, bad terminology. Mount Vernon's ranked 6th. Mooresville's all the way up at 4th, but they are currently losing to Whiteland 17-7 in the fourth quarter.
Oh, wow. So now it's second, third. Austin on the run, and Austin just keeps moving that pile.
I think he's been taking some lessons from Keegan LaBelle there. Keeps driving the feet, keeps moving. And that's what I love about high school football, the desire, the strength, the effort that they want to give each week, every carry, every play. Like, they want to do it to the best that they can, and that's what they do.
So now Etherington helps Austin adjust something on his helmet there. Now we're ready to go, as if head official came in to try to help him out. It's like, I got it. And there goes Austin again. Like I said, Newcastle goes to New Pal next week, and we travel to Shelbyville.
No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10.
Snapping the ball for Mount Vernon, number 64, Tyler Dover, 6'1", 230-pound sophomore. Pitch back to number 46. And I don't seem to have a 46 on my roster there, Daniel.
I don't either, Bill. And we have the same roster.
So to bring up a 3rd and 14 for Mount Vernon.
If we had a sideline reporter, he'd probably be in the 46.
There you go. Number 17, Jake Lane, the lone receiver to the right side. And off to number 46.
Tyler Maiden with the tackle for the Trojans.
4th and 11 now.
2 on the play, 4th down and 12.
And they're going to punt for only about the 3rd time tonight. Now they run Avery Williams on at the last moment. Helms, the punter, and it takes a little Newcastle bounce, and now it's down by Avery Williams. Back at Newcastle, Lewis throws and makes a completion.
Completed to
Gavin Frazier.
Trey Jones on the tackle.
We're under 6 minutes to go here in this ball game.
Gain of 5, 2nd down
And what a ball game it's been. It's been all Mount Vernon since the opening drive. Lewis back to pass. There's it out. Got a receiver. Complete.
All right. Good play.
Tackled by Jaden Gibson.
Great ball there. That's what they've been trying to do all night. Just wasn't able to execute with the great Mount Vernon first defense. But they bring out the second defense and they're able to make the play. Good ball there right over the middle of the field. Over 2 defenders. Perfectly placed there by Lewis, and then it's a run there for Boatwright.
Connor Garrison and Jaden Gibson were the defenders, but that was great protection for Lewis to get that ball out.
Yeah, but it's a lot different when you're trying to block Cole Herman and Wells. It's a lot different blocking those guys versus the team that's on the field right now. But it was a good ball. It was a perfectly placed ball, and it shows that if Lewis gets the time that he needs in the pocket, he can execute those passes over the top of 2 defenders where only his receiver is going to get it. So that was a perfect pass.
So to bring up a 2nd down for the Newcastle Trojans as we're going under 4 minutes to go here in this ball game. And like I said, on the road game at Shelbyville next week, and then we follow things up at home against Yorktown, probably going to be senior night.
Yep, so we go on the road Shelbyville next week, and then we'll come home for the final game of the season against Yorktown, which will be senior night.
There was a sack by Mount Vernon. Now it brings up a 3rd down. Checking in is Cole Working, number 59 for Newcastle. Lewis, there's out, got a man. Oh, incomplete, intended for Boatwright.
And another good ball as he was under pressure. He took a hit there as he threw it, but Boatwright, we saw the miscommunication on one of those plays. Doesn't look like he's really into it because you'll see the defender come in, and Lewis is going to take a hit here. Right there, he takes a hit, but he gets the ball out, and that's a perfectly placed ball. And if you're Boatwright, you have to come down with that touchdown pass.
So 4th down, 4th and goal. Empty backfield. Lewis back to pass. Flush down to the pocket. Throws, and it is.
That's a touchdown.
Catch it?
Yeah, that.
Oh, they say no good.
Oh, no.
No.
I thought it's only 1 foot in high school football. And that, I don't know about that one. Oh, that was a good ball.
Gavin Anderson, what a catch the young man
let's watch
made.
this again. Good scramble there by Lewis to get away. Throws it up. And right here, watch his right foot. Oh, no!
It was in.
Oh,
it was in.
Throw the red flag. Throw the red flag. Look, right here. We'll watch it. Right foot comes down inbounds, has control. Unless this is the only angle we have, maybe that back judge or the under judge had his heel on on the back line, but it looked like he had control of the ball coming down.
So Mount Vernon gets it. Under 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. And they hand off to Austin again.
And maybe the ref was like us. He said, hey, there's 2 minutes left. I'm not stopping the clock for this. I don't know. That to me, from that angle and the angle we had up here in the booth, it looks like that was a catch. And that was a heck of a catch.
That's got to be hard for this Trojan Ball Club. They have worked all night long, worked hard. And off to number 46.
The mystery man.
Yeah.
The mystery man we don't have on our roster.
Yeah. Here we go again.
And Lewis does a great job to throw this. A little bit easier when you're going to your strong side to throw on the run.
He's got it there.
He has it there. And he has a foot in, unless that heel.
And that heel might have been on the white line.
That heel might have been on the white line. So that's tough.
But these officials, they've done a great job all night, as they have all year long.
Yes, they have. And it's a lot to do. It's not easy. It's not easy being an official sometimes.
And hand off to Kobe Austin. And as we're talking about officials, to become an official, an IHSAA official, you need to contact Sandra Walter at IHSAA.org/officials. Get involved with the men and women behind the stripes, a great way to stay in shape and be part of the game. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your ball game. Your final score, Mount Vernon 46, Newcastle 0. You're watching IndianaSRN. We'll just keep it right here. I looked over at the producer and he's like, no,
he's like, more time.
We're going to keep it right here.
Yeah, and Jerry is our producer tonight, has done a great job. Nick out there on the camera has been doing a good job as well. And overall, it's always fun coming out here and being able to call these games with you, Bill. I love it. We have a lot of fun with it. Hopefully you guys have a good time with us watching these games. So we appreciate it.
We get a little crazy sometimes, but, it's all good. And again, taking a look at next week, we will be at Shelbyville. Newcastle will be at New Pal. Again, your final score, Mount Vernon 46, Newcastle. Until next week, goodbye, everybody.